go ahead and just introduce yourself to everyone who's watching. What do you do? What are you
Sure.
known for? Or however you want to intro yourself.
Hi, my name's Adriana Lee, and I am I guess I make content everywhere, but mostly Twitch. I also do some TikTok here and there, but I don't know if it's getting banned or not, and YouTube. And I'm a just chatting streamer mainly. I try to play Valorant if people want to watch me. I'm not the best Valorant player, but um, yeah, that's about it.
Cool. Yes, there will be a replay of this afterwards if you want to look at the VODs. So, have you connected over in Replit and can you see? Let me actually type something. Can you see me that I said the word hello?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So on the left, this is where we're going to type stuff, and this is where we're going to put our Python code. So that's the other thing. I'm going to be teaching you a programming language called Python today.
Okay.
And so we're going to type our Python code on the left, and then on the right. So for me, I have it flipped. Mine's on the bottom, but yours should be on the right. That's going to be the output when we run the program. Also, do you have a
Okay.
preference? Do you like a light theme or a dark theme?
Um, I usually use dark theme,
Okay, so you
but
can,
it
if you
doesn't
want to
matter.
switch. I also have mine set on dark theme. I prefer it as well. If there's a settings cog on the left and then theme, you can pick dark if you want to switch.
Okay. Thanks. I'm kind of nervous. I feel like I'm gonna embarrass myself.
It's okay. This is how coding goes. It's
Okay.
it's tough, but it's worth it.
Okay. Your chat is hilarious.
Yeah, they are.
That's okay. I'm used to that kind of chat. I've been in a lot of them.
Yeah. Yeah, and let me know. Do you want me? I can make you mod as well if you ever want to just like time anyone out or anything. Let me do that real quick.
Okay, sure. I probably won't, but someone said she's used to it. Guys, I won't time any of you out as long as you're not like being weird champ, okay?
Yeah, guys, you gotta be careful now. She's got the power. All right, so all right, you got that set up. So we're going to start with some easy expressions that you can do. And what I mean by expressions is we can just use this as a calculator if we want. So I can say like 2 plus 5. And then there's this thing called print. What print does is it's going to output whatever is inside of the parentheses. And by output, I mean it's just going to show it on the right. So what I can do is I can hit this green button and it's going to show 7, right?
Yes.
And so I can do any kind of mathematical operation here. So I can multiply this, so that's times. So that's going to give us 10 if I run that. I can also divide it. So maybe like 25. We get 5. And actually, I won't show you modulo for now. This is a good start. And of course, there's minus and whatever. Now, that is numbers. So you can do all those things with numbers. There's also what are called strings. Strings are just text. So text you put in between quotation marks. And so I can say hello. And then I can print this and it's going to show down there.
Okay.
I can also concatenate strings. And by concatenate, I just mean add them. By the way, don't worry about all the jargon. I like to say some of it so you can start getting used to it. But if you don't remember it, that's fine. You can just think of it as text. So we can add these, hello, Ben, and we can add these together and we can see it below.
Oh, you had
Okay.
to put the space in the quotes?
Yes, so okay, so this is another interesting thing, right? So how this works is the space around the plus sign doesn't matter. I can add as many spaces as I want. That does not change what it gets printed.
Okay.
All right. What
This
matters is
reminds
what's
me.
inside the parentheses or sorry, quotations.
Okay. Yeah, the only time I did any kind of coding, now that I remember, is when I was like 14 and I wanted to put a media player in
Mhm.
my Tumblr page. And I felt so cool. I was like, look, guys, I'm so cool. But
Oh,
I
nice.
didn't
Did
know
you
what the
do
fuck
like
I
a
was doing.
HTML embed or something?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It just told me how to do it and I did it. So,
Nice. So yeah, you can build all kinds of stuff once you start doing this. All right, so how we're going to do this is I'm going to show you some things, and then I want to give you like exercises or things to try this out. So
Okay.
why don't you try what I just showed you and try adding some numbers or doing a calculation and printing the result and just see how that works for yourself.
Okay. Wait, I can just... Oh, okay, cool.
Yep, you can just type in there. So yeah, this is almost like, think of it like Google Docs.
Did it work? Shit. Wait, do I have to do something?
So after you type it and you want to see the result, you push the green button at the top in the middle, and
Oh,
that'll
okay.
run your code.
Cool.
And then you can also put
word?
multiple of these. So like you could do a print statement below this as well.
So a number two. Like this?
Mm-hmm. And the other thing is, it's very important. So print, you need to have always a lowercase. You can't put like a capital P at the beginning. And you can add spaces, but programmers will judge you if you do this. But like, for example, this is okay. It just looks really weird. Like half the programmers in chat are probably cringing right now, but you should keep it just so they can see it.
Yeah, they're cringing at me for saying coding. Sorry, guys. I'm not smart.
And so the other thing is, this is what's known as a function. The name of the function is called print, and then you're passing in what's called a parameter. So here you pass in some text, here you pass in a number.
Okay. Wait, so would it look cleaner if I did this?
No. So like as a programmer, I like so it's all subjective, right? This is a subjective thing. This is how I would personally write it, but this is also fine, and I've seen that before. I would say this is weird because it's not consistent.
Yeah. See, like, okay, I get it.
Yeah.
Okay,
All right.
What's next?
Yeah, so that's that. There's a couple other types. So there's also like decimals, so like 4.5, and of course those are treated very similar like these regular numbers up here. And there's also true and false. So we're going to talk more about true and false in a little bit, but just know these are a special like value, and you have to do a capital T here. You don't have to really remember that, but just I'm letting you know that these are known as Boolean values, true and false.
Okay.
All right, we'll put this back. So now a lot of times you want to put these into a box or name these something and then use them later. So these are called variables. So what I can do is I can give this a name. So I can say the sum is equal to 9 plus 10. And so on the left here, I named my variable. And you'll notice I put an underscore. So in programming, I can't put a space. So like if I wanted to call my variable the sum, I can't put a space. So I'll do underscore. And then what I can do is I can say the sum here. And what do you think is going to get printed?
9 plus 10, 19.
Mm-hmm. So it actually will take the value. And the difference is, so strings you always put, or text you always put in quotations. And then the names of variables are going to be a left, and then you say the equal sign to assign a value to it. And I could also name this whatever I want to, right? If I was weird, I could call it Bob.
If you were weird?
Yeah.
You can call it Bob? Okay.
And so I can also, if I wanted to, right, create another variable called Tim, and I could just say Tim is equal to the number 13. And then I could add Bob and Tim together.
Oh, nice.
And then let's run this. So, and then that's 32 because it adds them all together.
Cool.
Yeah, by the way, if anyone wants to follow along in chat, what you can do is if you want to use the same website that we're using, you can go to a website called repl.it, and then you can type along with us if you want to. You can create we're using Python, the programming language. You can create a box like that if you want to. All right, so what I want you to do is I want you to try creating 2 string variables or text variables and add them together. And so these are variables. I have a variable named Bob and a variable named Tim, and these are numbers. I want you to try creating 2 text variables.
Okay. I can just name anything?
Anything your heart desires.
Okay. Chat, what should I name it? Rename them to Adrianah. You didn't even spell my name right, just Cody. All right. We'll do this. Let me think of some. Well, you know what? Here, we'll do just Cody since he's in chat and has a lot to say. Equals. I keep doing plus because, like, all right, I'm just nervous. I'm bad at math. Okay, so now how do we add it? Do I just do a new line and then do print?
Sure.
Okay.
And then here's another thing. I'm going to comment these out. What a comment is you'll notice it also changed color. If you put a hashtag in front, it becomes a comment, and this means it's just for the purposes of reading. This is not actual code. It won't get executed.
Oh, so it won't like go to the other side?
Nope. So it's just like a label. You could think of it as like a label. Like I might want to say, this is some awesome code. So I can add these things in my code. It doesn't change how the code works. It just like adds text or commentary.
Okay. Cool.
And so do you want to try running that?
Sure. I just do it anywhere?
Oh yeah, yep, there you go. That's your comment. And so if we run your code now, it's going to do 52. So these didn't change anything. It's just adding just and Cody.
Okay.
All right, so those are variables. We can stick stuff in them. We can also like name them things, or not name them things. You can put strings or text, right? I could also say true or false. So you can assign things. And I could also have done like QQ is equal to just plus Cody.
Okay.
And I can give them basically new names. And then the purpose of naming these is you can use them later. And we'll get more into this. So the next thing that I want to do is I want to take some input from the user. And so there's a special function called input. Tell me your name. And then we're going to say name is here. Oops. I'm not sure what just happened. I'm just going to undo that. Okay, so I'm calling a function called input, and I'm giving it some text. This text is going to be displayed. You're going to see this in a second. And then I'm putting the result of this in a variable called name. And so then I can use it down here. And then the name. So now I'm going to just comment this code up here, and then I'm going to run this. Now, do you see in the console or on the right over there? I sometimes will call this the console, but it should output tell me your name. I mean, I don't see it. Let me actually stop and rerun it. It's actually not showing up on mine. Does it show up on yours?
I don't see it. No, I don't see it either.
Okay, it was just lagging super hard. You see it now?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So now I can type my name or whatever input I want. And so whatever I type, it's going to put it into this name. So if I hit enter now, you see how it took what I typed there, and then it added
Wait, where
it.
Where did you type Ben?
So I went to the right and I typed it there.
Oh, you typed it in the right. Okay.
Yes. So this is, you could think of it like the person, you ran your program asked for input from the user. That's how I think about it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Okay, so what I want you to try is doing the same thing, but now ask them for, I don't know, their first name and their last name. So ask them for two things.
Okay.
And that would be just using two inputs.
Just anywhere? Just in the middle?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So would I do it like, like first name equals, oh shit, I can't fucking type. First name. Would it be underscore?
Yes, you'd usually, so this is a naming convention. You'd usually do it like this. But you could also done it like this, or you could have done it like this. Like, it's convention.
So no underscore, but a capital.
Well, the standard for Python is you do it like this. I'm looking
at the word first for too long, and then I like.
Yeah,
don't know
but you
mean?
literally can name it whatever you want to. So.
And you think it's spelled wrong?
It's up to you.
Okay, first name. Wait, so it is underscore.
Underscore is
Oh,
what
you
I would
muted
say like
yourself.
the
I can't
standard,
hear.
but you can
You
name
must
it
have talked in the
literally
chat. That's
whatever you
fine.
want.
I don't know if you mean to be muted. Okay, I'm just gonna do it.
Wait, did I mute myself? Oh, I did mute myself. Wait, how long was I muted
Yeah,
for? Oh, wait.
I said you were muted.
I know. Hold on, let me turn off my mute key because I've done that twice now.
Okay.
All right, so yeah, what I was saying is underscore is the standard, but you could name it whatever you want to.
Okay. So I'll just do the underscore. Um.
All right, there we go. I turned off my keybinds, so I should be good.
Okay. Would it be input and then what is your first name?
Yes, so that's the other thing. You notice whatever I put there, it's going to ask in the prompt on the right.
Okay. So if I run it, can I run it? Or should I do the print the other part too?
You can do this in whatever sequence you want to.
Okay. What about that? Is that good?
Yeah, so let's try running that. I'm going to comment out mine down here. And then you can go ahead and type on the right.
Oh, on the right? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But there's no space, so I have to insert a space,
Yeah, so if
right?
you want to, you would need to like in your label over here, actually put a space at the end here if you wanted one.
Okay. I want one. How do I run it? There. Okay. Oh, now I gotta do space in the hide too.
Uh-huh.
All right. Let's run it. Cool. Oh my gosh. I'm so smart.
Nice. So do you want to try also getting their last name as well?
Yeah. Um but how would I put it like together? Let me try. And then
Okay.
I'll ask questions. Oh my gosh. Okay, I think I did it.
All right, let's run it.
Hey, I gotta do space though.
Yeah, so do you know how you might add a space between those two?
Yeah. Do I just no? I don't know.
Yeah, so this is kind of a weird thing. You would actually add a string that's just a space, or add a text that's a
Okay.
space. This is a little weird the
Cool.
first time you try it, but yeah.
Okay. Cool.
And then try running that, and you can see it should have a space now.
Aw, cool.
Nice. So what I want you to try next is getting two numbers from the user and add them together.
Okay. Okay. Oh. Should we like hashtag this out?
Sure. So the shortcut to hashtag something out is if you highlight the entire thing and then you push Control or Command and then slash. And that you can toggle
Okay.
it on and off if you want to.
Okay, cool. We'll just work down here then for the next one. So 2 numbers?
Yes.
Okay. Like, okay, I'm asking said user a number, two different numbers, and then adding it, right?
So just like we asked the user for their first name, their last name, I want you to ask for 2 numbers.
Okay. I don't know how you would ask. So I would just say like, give me a number.
Sure. Oh yeah. So that the string part or the text part that you put there, it can be whatever you want. That's just for your own convenience.
Okay. So, okay. We can just do any number, right? Like we can just label anything. So I could just do like number 1. Okay. Okay. Would that be correct?
Yeah. Let's give it a try. Yeah. So far you're picking this up very quickly.
Okay. Are you just saying that to make me feel better?
No, you actually are.
Okay, good. Oh, you want me to run it? I'll run it.
Yeah. So you see what
Did
it
I
did?
not do it correctly?
So
How
I kind of set you up so this would happen just to show you a difference. So you see
Okay.
like what it didn't actually like add them together. Just kind
Yeah.
of like mashed them together. So
But why?
remember how we had strings and when we did strings like this, hello and like bye, it just mashes them together and it becomes hello bye. That's what happened here.
Yeah.
So
But I didn't quote it.
you didn't quote it. So that's one thing I didn't tell you about input. It always thinks it's text.
Oh.
So what happened was this. 9 plus 10. So if I were to print what this does, it's going to do exactly what you just saw. And really what you want to happen is this. And so I haven't showed you how to do this, but this is what you want to happen, right?
Okay.
And that becomes 19. And that's the difference. And so we can convert something from a text to a number by using a function called int.
Okay.
So now what's going to happen is this is going to be the string or the text 10, and then that's going to turn into 10 like that.
Okay. But what if you do int for the first name, last name? Does it just not do anything, or?
Well, let's try it. So let's first, do you want to try running this, see that works, and then try putting like a non-integer and see what happens?
Sure. Okay, cool. So, all right.
So now do you want to run it and see what happens if you put like a non, like 9 or 10 or 13?
Oh, like if I run it with. Okay, I know what you mean. So if I said like LOL.
Exactly.
Oh, it says it can't do that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So yeah, it'll throw an error, and there's some ways you can check, and we can get to this when we get to it. But yes, so that's what happens if you say put bad input in.
All right. Cool.
So right now we're assuming that our user gives us a number.
Okay.
Okay, so that is a good start. I want to show you logic now, and we're going to talk about Boolean logic. And by the way, I don't know if I mentioned this, so I should mention that real quick. Int is short for the word integer. An integer is just a whole number. So 1, 2, 3. So that's what that's short for.
Yeah, I remember learning that in math class.
Okay, yeah, there you go.
I don't actually remember it, but it sounds familiar.
So I'm curious if you've ever done truth tables in math class. I'm not sure if they always teach it. So we talked about...
I don't know. I was in like the stupid kid math.
Oh.
Like everyone was in like pre-calc and I was like in I don't even know what it was. It was like I don't even remember. That's how bad it is. I was like in
algebra.
a normal level.
I want
like
to say
algebra.
like yeah. I think it's algebra that you did before that. I actually did the same thing. I didn't do any like college math before I got to college.
It was stats. I did stats instead of pre-calc. Everyone else was like, I'm doing pre-calc, and I was like, yeah, I'm just gonna stick with stats because it's easier. But yeah.
Interesting. My high school didn't even need to take stats. It just took like geometry and stuff.
I don't remember taking geometry. That's probably why.
Yeah. Okay, so we have true and we have false. These are called Boolean values. So there's special keywords called, actually we should start here, I guess. So I can say, actually I'm just going to call this Bob. Maybe that's a bad name, but so we can do, I guess these are called conditions, where I can say like 5 is greater than 3, and this is going to either evaluate to true or false.
Okay.
I can also do the inverse. And so this is going to be true. This is going to be false. Like if I were to print, oh, by the way, I use the same name. Let's call these foo, and we'll call this one bar. More traditional.
All right. But if you put false for the one that's like true, it would just recognize it with that, or that's just what you're putting for an example for me to learn.
Oh, on the right over here?
Yeah.
So this is just this is just for you to learn. This is just the comment. Okay. Yeah, so this doesn't affect anything. I could put Bob here if I want to. That's meaningless, right? I could do.
Okay. Okay, cool.
And so like if I were to print this, we can print foo, and it's going to print out true. And if I print bar, it prints out bar. Or sorry, false.
Okay.
And actually this is a good distinction. Was this going to print?
It's going to print bar because you didn't put the int. Wait, no, it's not. I don't know. I don't know the answer to this question.
So it's going to just print the word bar.
Okay, good.
And the reason why is it's in quotations. Okay. So if I take those away, then it's going to print what's in the variable.
Okay.
Okay, so those are, and there's also greater than or equal to. So, right, that's going to evaluate to true. Mm-hmm. And less than or equal to. So we can do these style of things. And then we can also do double equals for equality. So I can say bar 2 is 5 equal to 5. This is going to evaluate to true.
Okay.
This is going to be false. And we can then like combine these things for more advanced conditions. And that's where the and keyword comes in. So I can say true and true. And this is going to be true. Like if I say bar 5, true and true, this is going to be true.
Okay.
So what the and keyword does is it makes sure that both of these are true. And if they're not both true, it's false.
Okay.
So this, for example, is false.
Okay. But then false and false would be true, right?
Nope, that's going to be false as well.
Okay.
So the only time this is, so let me just do it like this. This will be the simplest, and we'll just make it comments. All right, so true and true is true. True and false is false. False and false is false. And then it doesn't matter the order, so I could say false and true. Maybe I should do... I don't know, is this easy for you to read? So on the left, I have the expression, and then on the right, it's going to be what it's equal to.
Yeah.
All right, so there's one other keyword that's good to know about, and it's or. So this is going to work a little differently. So or is if true or true, that's going to be true. True or false, that's true. False or false is false, and false or true is false. Sorry, true. So it just needs one of the sides to have true, and it's going to be true. Otherwise, it's false.
All right. Cool.
Okay, so I gave you a lot there. There's more complex things we can do with this, but let's try an example of this. So I want you to also try this with we'll see how this goes. So what is the value of Q going to be if I have true or true or true?
True.
Mm-hmm. And what about now?
Still true?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And what about now?
False.
Let's run it.
Well, because you said for the first one, because it seems to be whenever there's false in it that it's false for both of them.
Yes, so that's why we're introducing 3, so how you read this is from left to right. So you'll actually like simplify this slowly in your head. So you take this first. So what is the value of this going to equate to?
True.
Mm-hmm. And what is the value of this going to equate to?
False.
Yeah. So we should get false. I don't know why I printed 2. Unless it's the I actually thought this was going to print false too, by the way. That's why I always like to run it.
Okay.
I think it's taking it the opposite press. I think it's doing this. I mean, this is obviously what it's doing, but I don't know why it's going to right.
Yeah.
Is it short-circuiting the Boolean logic? Is that what's happening? It actually did just behave differently than I thought it was going to behave, not going to lie.
Okay. Then I'm not as stupid as I thought.
Yeah. So that was the simplification that I did in my head. Mm-hmm. So it's either this gets short-circuited and that happens. I think that's got to be what happens, but that doesn't, I guess that's what happens. I actually wonder if that happens in all programming languages. I'm not 100% sure.
Wow, we're both learning.
Yeah. Anyway, so the way we can I actually want to try something real quick. Let's try this. I think this should be true as well. Okay, yeah, it is. Okay, so if you do parentheses, then it's going to evaluate that first. So now this is going to be false. Whew. I'm keeping my sanity. So it's going to work exactly how you said, and how I said, like, you evaluate that way. So now this is going to be true.
Why parentheses again?
So parentheses just make it explicit what evaluates first.
Okay. Oh, like PEMDAS.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
Okay.
So, okay, let's do a couple more of these.
Cool.
Let's do, and then there's also a keyword called not. So that's going to be false.
Okay.
And this is true.
Okay.
And what is the value of that going to be?
True.
Mm-hmm.
No, because wait.
It's
going to be false because true or true makes true, but it's not true, then it's false.
Yep. And you can, so there's 2 ways you can do it. Actually, we'll just do the simple way for now. Yep. In the middle, you would simplify this to true, and then you not it. All right, so what about this?
Okay. It's also going to be false.
Mm-hmm. And what about this?
It's gonna come out true.
And what about this?
It's gonna come out true. No, it's gonna come out false.
And why do you think it's going to come out false?
Because true or false equals true, so then it's not true, so it's false.
Mm-hmm. I agree with that logic. Let's see. False.
Okay. Oh my god, I'm so smart.
Yeah, you're actually doing very well on this. So we have not, we have, and let's do a harder one because you're doing the simple ones pretty easily. So let's do, I'll make up one in my head. True and this or false. All right, there you go.
Okay. Give me a second.
Yeah, no worries. And now, if you want to say out loud, or if you want, you can actually type and like simplify this if you want to. Whatever helps.
Okay. So this is gonna be. Whoa! It's doing all of it. Should I just? Okay, I'll just backspace it. True. And then. True and true is true. So then it's going to be true or false. And then that's going to be true. So then that's going to come up as false. Right?
I have no idea. We're gonna hit run and see what happens.
Okay.
So, what do you think the final answer is gonna be?
It's going to say false when we run it.
All right. So I'm gonna comment yours out, and this is our original. And yeah, we can run it, and it is indeed false.
Oh
Good job.
God.
First try.
So crazy.
I think you have this down. It's basically a rinse and repeat, and you're gonna use the same logic every time. You just try to simplify the smaller ones, and you just simplify until you have like a really small one, and then you're good. Okay, so why is all this useful? Well, it's useful because you're not actually gonna have true, false, true, false, true, false. What you're gonna do here is you're gonna have stuff like this, or 5 is greater than 2. Okay, this is a terrible expression, but you're gonna have like 2 conditions you can possibly have like that, right?
Okay.
And so this is going to evaluate true and false.
I don't see what you're typing. Oh, JK, it just popped up.
You see it now? Yeah.
Yeah.
So what do you think Bob's going to evaluate to?
Okay, wait a minute. True. Right?
So this is going to become true, and this is going to become false, and then this is going to become true. Mm-hmm. So that's how you think about all conditions. You just like narrow it down. We can run it. We can see this.
So what do people use this program for?
Well, I'm about to give you a problem where you can use this sort of thing. Like for example, why don't you write a program right now where it takes 2 numbers from the user, and then you tell them if their first number is larger than their second number. Take 2 numbers and tell them if the first one is larger than the second. Actually, I haven't given you everything to be able to do this, so just say we'll say print true. Print true if first number is greater than second.
Okay. Gosh.
Otherwise, print false.
Okay. This is a lot. Okay. I'm nervous.
There's one more key. This might be I should show you if statements first, but you can do this without an if statement using kind of what we just learned, so we'll see how it goes, and if not, I'll show you one other trick beforehand.
Okay. I hope your chat doesn't roast me.
You're already doing very good. I don't think they're going to roast you that hard if they roast you at all.
Okay. Wait, okay, so I can do the number 1 thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I need to look up at our other notes. Oh, but I have to do int. Yes?
Yes, to if you want, yes, to make it a number. Yep. Someone was saying that the
Giving
and
me all these
sign.
suggestions.
I think it was R Remorseful was saying that the and sign takes precedence over the or. I think
Wait.
you're right, but we ran
Okay.
into a weird
Hold on. I need to read the
short-circuiting
question again. Take two numbers
scenario.
and make it print true if the first number is greater than the second one. Okay. Wait, okay. So I can't do like true equals.
So remember, like when I do 5 is greater than 3, that's going to print true or it's going to print false.
Okay, so print. Okay, I get it. Wait, doesn't it have to wait? Does it have to do int in front of this or no?
No,
No, because
so
it's up here.
yes. So what happens is it's going to store the number inside of number. Or it's going to store the integer value. It's going to turn into an int where it was a string before, but let me show you a difference. Like you could temporarily, so I could have the string. Well, actually, before we get into that, let me show you that you're right. So if you want to go ahead and run your code and test it.
OMG. Okay.
Nice. So this is what I was going to talk about is I could have, I don't know, some string, which I'm going to call W. I need to think of some better variable names, but all right, so I could have that, right? And if I were to print integer W plus 7, that's going to be 14. All right, if I do that, that's going to be 14. But W still has the text 7 stored in it. And what that means is
So if
if
you
I were
say
to
like,
do,
wow, it's gonna be like 7, right?
yes. So if I did that, for example, you see how it treats them both as text? Or I could say Bob.
So how do you, if you, so just don't store numbers under a letter, or is there a way to just make the letter even though W
So it's
equals
not
7?
that this is just a letter. Like I could rename this to foo. So what I'm calling it doesn't matter. The difference here is notice how I'm storing text into foo. And then so that's something I haven't talked about, but you can reassign it. So I can say like foo is now equal to 9.
Okay.
And if I run this, it's now going to have a new value inside of foo.
Because it's a line under.
Mm-hmm. So it's going to run it from top to bottom. So this line gets run afterwards and it's going to replace it. So notice how nothing ever replaces foo, right? When I have it like this. So even though I temporarily change it for a number, it's only for this particular addition.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Okay, so you did that well. Let's do if statements. And this is where the Boolean logic that you just learned like comes in handy. So
Okay.
so if here is a keyword. You're going to say the word if, and then you can put a condition here. The condition I'm putting right now is just true for now.
Okay.
And then I have a colon. And actually, maybe it makes more sense to start off like this. So if, and then our condition, and then we have a colon. And then we tab over and we can put something inside of here. This is true. And then we can say else this is false. So what's going to happen is if what you put here is true, it's going to execute the code that you have inside this block. So I could also put more things inside of here if I wanted to. So if I were to run this, you see how it prints that stuff there?
Mm-hmm.
Now if I were to flip this.
But that only applies to 5. Wait, that's just because, so the 5 greater than 3 just equals true by itself.
So this evaluates to true. And then if I said if true, it's going to do the first block.
Okay. This is true.
And then if I have false, it goes to the else part.
Okay.
And it goes here. This is false.
Oh.
And so we could also put more code here as well, more if statements if we wanted to, or whatever we wanted to happen.
Okay, cool.
So what's nice about this is also, right, we can put variables here or whatever we wanted. Like I had the condition there. So what I want you to try doing is take your one that you had above here, but instead of just printing true or false, like actually print some text and be like, hey, your first number is greater than your second number, or else it's not, and try doing that.
So
does that make sense?
Yeah, so I would just say this. Wait. No. Yes? No?
Mm-hmm.
Give me a hint. Okay.
So, and parentheses are optional here.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so.
And then the syntax for it is also at the end here. You need a colon.
What do you mean? Oh. Wait, where do you need the colon? So, not right here, not in print. Or right, yes, in print?
It needs to go at the end of the if statement.
Oh, okay. But not right here.
Yeah. And then everything that you want to be inside the if statement, or that you want to be executed if it's true, needs to be indented over. You see at mine down here, it's indented one level.
Oh, how do you do that?
Just hitting the tab key.
Okay. I'll make it say good job. Wait, no, I'm wrong. Be patient. I got
worries.
This.
All right, I'm going to go pee while you finish this off. I'll BRB.
Okay, have fun. Okay, cool. What's up, chat? Streamer gone. No, I'm kidding. Stupid. Why are you saying stupid chat, dude? Oh my gosh. Run it? Okay, I'll run it. No, because now it's down here. What is this? I gotta hashtag this out. I gotta wait for him. I'm scared. I don't want to ruin it. They are all desperate. Chat is Vish. Chill out, dude. Yeah, relax. Don't mind him. Ask Ben tabs or spaces. Okay, I will. You can't run it. I'm just gonna wait for him to run it. Guys, I'm too nervous. First time programming, kind of nervous. Just input some numbers. What? You're doing better than when I was starting. Oh, cool. I don't really know what to do with it, but I'm nervous because I don't want you guys to think that I'm dumb. Because maybe I am. I'm just not good at math. So please be easy on me, chat. Um, I don't know. I'm nervous. Enter a number. Okay, wait. I'm waiting for him to get back. We're all beginners at some point. Honestly, it's fine. You're so nice. Thank you so much. And I don't know how to say your name, but you'll Domain. Thank you so much, Domain. Don't wait. I'm nervous. What's up, baby? I'm nervous. Hey, lady, you're way better than the other girls. I think it's just everybody learns differently. That's all. DeLorean. Call Mitch Jones. He's crying. Stop. I'm not calling Mitch Jones. I am moving to Austin, but I'm not calling Mitch Jones. Honestly, you're doing great. Thank you so much, the FNK. You're doing awesome. Oh, thanks. I should totally run it before he gets back. No, I'm nervous. Oh god, I think he's coming. Okay. It seems like rocket science, KO.
How's it going?
Good. Did I do it this right?
Did you run it? Did it work?
Well, I was waiting for you to run it. Well, to tell me to, because what's this bottom part? Should we like mute that or what?
Mute the bottom part?
Like
Oh,
hashtag
this.
it out.
Oh yeah, you can
Yeah.
hashtag it out. Yeah.
Okay.
You might have to
All right.
restart it. It might still run.
Okay. Wow. I think I did it right. Yeah.
I think so too.
Okay, good.
Okay, this is true. Good job. This is false. Yes. And then you did the equation. Yeah. This is looking good.
Okay, good. Cool.
So far, you're not really getting things wrong. You're just kind of getting
Am
them all
I?
right. That's
I can
good.
pretend if you want me to.
No, you're doing good. I'm just
What?
surprised.
Oh my god! I didn't even mean to do that. No, I'm kidding. Okay.
Okay, guys, so we just did if statements. This is one operator I haven't showed you yet. This is going to help you a lot. Well, it's not going to help you a lot per se, but it's good to know. And also, we're going to do Fizzbuzz soon. And Fizzbuzz, you need to know this for.
Oh god.
You're going to like Fizzbuzz. It's great. So, okay, so there's this operator called the Modulo. Modulo.
Okay.
I don't know if you spell it like that. Maybe it might have an O in there. Chat, how do you spell modulo? Something like that. But how it works is it gets the remainder. So the remainder of 2 or 5 divided by 2 is 1.
Someone said she's gonna hate modulo. Now I'm scared.
Yeah, we'll see. Modulo should be fine.
Okay. Go back. What does the percentage sign mean?
So it's going to divide, it's division, but you get the remainder. So the remainder of 5 divided by 2 is 1.
Ugh, I can't do math.
So the main thing, and like for example, 6 divided by 2 is 3. There's no remainder. That's just going to be 0.
Okay.
The main reason why I'm showing you this,
Okay.
you go ahead.
It's not actually gonna be 6 divided by 2. It's gonna be, if it's uneven, if it's not like an even number, then it's gonna be whatever is left.
Shirei knows where we're going. Yes, that's why this is useful. Is you can tell if the number is even or odd, right? Just by looking at the remainder. So for example, if I do 10 mod 2, that's 0, but then 9 has a remainder of 1.
Well, what's the point if you already can see the first number and it being 9, and you know in your head that's odd?
Well, that's a great question. What happens if we take a number from the user?
Oh yeah, I guess you're right.
So why don't you change your program up here and now just take one number from the user and print whether their number is even or if their number is odd.
Okay, so I can. I'm scared. Okay, I'm deleting this. And wait, should I keep the ifs?
Well, do you think
No,
you'll
I'm getting
need
rid of
them
them.
still? what I'd like you to do is I want to like it to print, hey, this is an even number, or hey, this is an odd number, depending on the number they.
Okay, so I'd be like, if okay, if no shit, I got rid of my example.
Just Control
Oh
Z.
no, I got it. If number one not divided by, where the fuck is my percentage sign? Oh, percentage sign. Sorry, am I not allowed to swear? Oh my god,
No, it's totally
this
fine.
makes me nervous.
I
Okay.
just sorry, out of curiosity, do you know what the tilde is, or the tilde key?
No.
Okay. I was just curious if regular people knew that. So it's the squiggly next to the one. But you don't need to
Squiggly
know that.
next to the one?
Yeah, you don't really need to know that. It's one
I
over
don't
to the.
see a squiggly.
So you
Let
see,
me
do you
show
see where the
you.
one number is?
This? I don't see a squiggly.
Oh, maybe you don't have. Is the escape key next to your one?
Yeah, this is escape key,
Oh,
but
rip.
it's cute. Look how cute it is.
That is
My
a cute
spacebar looks
escape
the same.
key, but it looks like your keyboard is cute but doesn't have a tilde, which is weird.
It's a ducky keyboard. It's for
Oh,
gamers, not programmers.
fair. I guess yes.
Okay.
Gamers don't
Um.
need tilde as much.
Yeah. I think I'm doing this right. Hold
Oh, they
on.
want me to say tilde. Is it tilde, not tilde? Well, guys, I'm never gonna stop calling it tilde. So
That's okay. Um. I think I'm doing this right.
I think so too.
Okay, good. No. I messed up. I got too cocky.
Matilda.
Yeah, your chat's kind of interesting. It's kind of like toxic, but also wholesome at the same time.
Yeah. It's a little bit different than regular Twitch because there's some programmers in there.
Yeah, I can tell because they're all like asking program questions and stuff.
Yeah. We don't like to be put in a box.
That's all right. Wait, would I do else? No, I wouldn't. I would do. No, I would just do equals, not double equals. No, I would do double equals. No? Yeah,
So
I would do normal equals, I
so
think.
single equals is for assignment, and double equals is to check if they're equal. So you do want double equals here.
Okay, I was right. Shit. But it could be any number. So should I just put like else?
Why do you think it'll be any number? Can you give me a
Oh,
number?
Jake, would it? I don't know. I'm not
Yeah,
good at
can you give me
math.
a number where it would be any number?
I'm just gonna do one because I feel like maybe that is just one. Right? Yeah?
Well, we can definitely test it out and see if it works or
Oh
not.
no. No, okay, now you make me nervous. Let me use a calculator. Hold on. I'm gonna
Okay,
do
get out your
something.
calculator.
Okay, oh my god, I'm fucking stupid. I'm sorry. Okay, ready? I'm gonna do this. It is else, I think. All right. Now I'm a little nervous. A little bit monka s. Okay. Is it right or no?
So, a couple things. With
Oh
else,
god.
you don't need anything in front of it, right? So with else, there's no
Okay.
condition. This is just what the other. If this is false, it goes in there.
Okay. Cool.
And then secondly, when you want something with if statements, you need to make sure it's indented, the code inside of the if.
What do you mean?
So you see on line 65, you see how mine, it's indented
Oh
over?
yeah, I forgot. Let me do it. Oh, someone wanted me to ask. Wait, it would be indent, not space. Someone wanted me to ask if it was indent or space, I think, in chat.
So
We were
you can,
gone.
if you wanted to, oops, I don't know if I just messed you up. Maybe I didn't. Okay, if you wanted to, you could do space twice, or you can hit tab.
Okay. Cool.
All right, so how do you feel about your code now?
I feel unsure, but that's okay.
All right, well, let's run it. Let's see.
Oh god.
Let's test it out.
Okay, OMG, I'm so smart. It worked.
Do you want to try it with an even number?
Okay, now you're making me nervous. Yeah, I guess.
Just good to be thorough.
Bruh. What did I do? What did I do wrong?
So actually, you didn't do anything wrong. I think it's just this website rendering janky. Try. I cleared it. Try running it again.
Hey.
There you
Okay,
go.
cool.
Yeah, your code's right. Good job.
Yay.
Cool. So
Okay.
that's if statements. And oh, there's one other thing to if statements. There's one thing called an elif. So if you want to do another condition inside of here as well, like right now we're only checking two things, but let me not ruin your code right here. So like, for example, if I have a number, let's say the number 99, and I want to say if number is greater than 100, print big. If the number is greater than 50, I want to print medium.
Elif.
And I can just elif as many times as I want if I wanted to, if num is greater than 25.
So it's just after if you can just say that.
As many times as you feel like you need. And then if you want to, you can add an else at the end, but it's optional. Right.
Okay.
That's the other thing I don't know if I
Could
mentioned.
you say that last word that you wrote?
Elif or QW que
That one?
que.
Yeah, I just wanted to know what it sounded like.
Yeah, que. And you don't need these, by the way, if you don't want them. You can just have a single if statement
Right.
if you only need one.
Cool. Very cool.
I guess so. Do you want to try? What should we do with elif? I guess we're gonna get to elif in a second. Let me show you for loops first, and you can combine those together. So right now we've been doing things, and we've been kind of just running it once. But sometimes you want to tell your code to repeat it, but do things more than once, and that's where a for loop comes into play. So how a for loop works is I can tell it how many times I want it to do something. And how that works is I say for I in range, and then here I can put a number. So 50, for example. Actually, maybe I should show you lists first. Actually, forget for loops. We should show you lists first.
Okay.
Because that'll make more sense. So I can have list 1. And so a list, how it works is you put brackets, and here I can say Ben, tomatoes, and onions.
Okay. Do you think that you relate to tomatoes and onions? That's why you put yourself on the list?
Yes, and the number 7. So we can put all
7.
kinds of things in here that we're related to or unrelated. You get to choose.
Okay.
Yeah. And then
Very cool.
if I want to, I can access different items in this list. And the other weird thing about this is it's 0 based. So what do you think this prints?
Would it just print the first thing in the list, Ben?
Yes. So that's what I meant by 0 base. I didn't explain it, but yes. So 0 is this guy, and
so
we can run it.
So it starts with 0, not 1. So it'd be 0, 1, 2, 3.
So what do you think?
So if they said print 4, it wouldn't print it would print 7, even though it's just a number because it's the 4th one in the list.
So yeah, what do you think this is going to print? You think it's going to print 7?
Yeah. Wait, no. You gotta do int, don't you? No, I don't know.
So So bin is 0, right? What is tomatoes?
1,
And what is onions?
2. Oh, 3. Oh my god. Sorry.
No worries, no worries. Yeah. So whenever you're looking
Yeah.
at it, you have to just like in your brain -1 sometimes.
Okay. Yeah, because I just didn't even think. I was like, oh, but
Yeah,
then I
just yep,
knew that it
exactly.
started. Yeah. Okay.
And so yes, whenever you do like something that's bigger than the list or it's not in the list, it's gonna error it out. Like we don't have 32 items in the list.
Okay.
Okay.
Cool.
So that's lists. Oh, there's one other thing we should mention about lists. I can also just print it like this if I want to see what the list looks like. Right, and I can see my list.
Cool.
So would you like
Wait,
to add something to the list?
but it has the quotations in the print too. Do you want the quotations there?
It's fine. It's like whatever. It's just like it's so
But
you
do
know
you,
it's
so
a
you,
string or a text.
but you don't have to put it there, right? So you can just do tomatoes with no quotations.
Well, here, so do you mean in the console or do you mean in our code? Like in our code, we
In
cannot
your
do
code.
this.
Okay, then but why does it show up with it then?
Oh, and down there, single quotes?
Yeah.
Are you saying single quotes versus double quotes?
Yeah. I
Okay,
just
in
don't.
Python, you can do both interchangeably, so this works.
Okay, but it will still show up with the quotes in the print or in the
Yes.
when you run it. Okay.
It's so it knows it's text.
Okay.
Yeah. And so if we want to add something to the list, there is a function. I can say list.append, and then I can add something. So for example, at the end here, I can put blueberries.
Wow.
And you see how it added that to the end for us?
What?
You see how it added blueberries to the end of our list?
Yeah.
And then we could call this as many times as we wanted to.
Okay.
And there you go.
Very cool.
What was your favorite vegetable?
Kind of a big question. I don't know. Is artichoke a vegetable? I like artichokes.
I would classify artichokes as a vegetable, yes.
Okay, good.
Wait, how do you like to eat artichokes? I never eat
Well,
artichokes.
like you can have like a roasted artichoke and you just like take the leaf and you like eat the like
Artichoke
thick
heart?
part of it.
Okay.
Yeah, the heart part of it. But you can like eat it with different things. Like something I like is like an artichoke Benedict, where it's like
Oh,
an English muffin and then artichoke and then spinach
that sounds
and an egg and
fancy.
hollandaise sauce. Yeah, it's pretty good.
Wait, do you cook?
No, but I worked in a restaurant. That's why I know all this.
I see.
Yeah, I've been a waitress for a long time, but now I'm a streamer. So
Ah, you've moved on. Upgraded.
yeah, yep.
Cool. Well, so our lists here, we could add artichokes to our list, but this is currently my list. I'll let you add it to your own list. But what we can do with these
Okay.
lists is we can iterate over them. That's a jargon word, but what that means is I can have, for example, 0, 1, 2, 3. And so what this does is it's going to run the code inside of this block. You see how I have it indented over here?
Hmm.
That means it's inside of the for loop. And so it's going to run through this 4 times. And what it's going to do is there's a variable here called I. It's going to have the value 0, then it's going to have the value 1, 2, and then 3. Like if I run this code now, we're going to see 1, 2, 3, or 0, 1, 2, 3.
Okay. I think I get it.
Yep, so it just executes this code as many times as this list is
So it
length.
just okay. It just does it like down the row.
Mm-hmm. So if I add an item, it now has another iteration.
Okay, but
And
it's
I happen to just be printing I for now.
Okay, it's just I just because you want it to be I, or it's I's
Exactly.
like a
So I could
symbol.
have called this
Okay.
Bob, iBob, if I wanted.
Okay.
If I wanted to, yeah.
But for I bob in prints it like this and not like this, vertically, not horizontally.
So, what do you mean by vertically
Like
slash
so
horizontally?
when you did list, just list, right? And then you said print list, it
Mm-hmm.
went
Oh, it went like
blank, blank.
horizontally.
Yeah. Yeah, but then when you did for Bob in and then the list,
Mm-hmm.
it went vertically. So that's the
Yes, I see
difference,
what you
or
mean. So what's happening
okay.
is, notice how this only runs once. So what I have up here, it runs it once and it just prints it. That just happens to be how this print statement works.
Yeah. Okay.
I guess the best way to think about this is print runs 5 times, and at the end of the print statement it adds a new line. So what I could have done is, I think there's like a special, do I know? It's called end, where I could have put a space. This is going to look kind of weird, but just to show you, we could have done it a different way.
Okay.
And what end does, so this is me passing a space, and this tells the print function at the very end to add a space. So it did 0 space, 1 space, and so on.
Okay.
That it's a little weird. Don't worry too much about that for now.
Yeah, I'm just stuck on the for part in front of iBob.
Yes, so this is a special keyword called for, and what this works is, so you're going to say for name of variable, and then n is a keyword, and then you're going to have a list.
Okay.
So this is like the syntax that you're going to use for this. And then what it's going to do is it's going to go over the entire list.
Okay.
Instead of a new line, you should have added. Okay, that could be an interesting example. Let's try that. So
What?
I haven't shown you. Let's show her how to like add on to something. So I have name is equal to Ben. I can say name is now equal to name plus Ben. What do you think name is going to print now?
Sorry, I wasn't paying attention. Give me 1 second.
Yeah, no worries.
Ben plus Ben. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So
Just
another way I could have wrote this is I could have said name plus equals. This is just a different way to write the exact same thing.
Okay.
And then if I print that out, it's Ben.
Okay.
So here I could say S is equal to an empty string or empty text. And I could say S plus equal iBob. And then I could print S.
It'd just be space iBob.
And then I need to make this into a string. That way we can concatenate it. I might have did this in a weird way. You have to also add a space.
I'm a little.
I know this. I feel like this is not a good example now that I wrote it, or I should have wrote it in a better way. Forget about this for now.
Okay.
Well, we're just gonna stick to a regular loop. The way to think about this is iBob. The way to think about this is it's gonna run it how many times they're in the list, and it's just gonna store the value in this variable called iBob.
Okay.
So it ran this code 5 times or 6 times. And just print it. So like here I could have also said hello, and it's just going to run that code 6 times.
Okay. That's kind of confusing, but
The only difference between each one is this value changes.
Okay.
Oh, I need to make this say. And I could have also made these like apples X, Y, Z.
Okay. So then it just goes down okay, because it's indented, so that's why it does the list. If you would have just put print hello, it would have just printed hello on its own, right?
Mm-hmm. So it's going to print whatever the value hello is, and then the iBob value, and then it's going to be a new line, because that's just how prints work. Like if I do, you can think of it like this. Like it expands it to this. Hello plus, and then apples. Like if I wanted to, I could alternatively write it like this.
Yeah, but that's just a lot.
Exactly. So this is a way for us as a programmer to not repeat ourselves.
not waste space in the thing.
So yeah, so now what we're going to do, and yeah, I agree. I should be using better variable names. Usually what this will be called, like, I don't know, item is usually what I would probably call this. This is an alternate name. So this is like the item in your list
Okay.
instead of a highball. Okay, so
Either way.
yeah, that's our for loop. It loops over. And the idea with numbers, it's kind of annoying to, like, if you have a long list here, like, what if I wanted to like loop all the way to 100, right? I can create a list by doing range like that.
Range and it stops at 100.
Yes. So what this will do, it's a little bit more complex underneath the hood, but you can think of that equivalent to like 0, 1, 2, 3, all the way up to 100.
And it just does the list, right?
Mm-hmm.
If you run it.
The other thing is
Then it
it's
will.
exclusive, so it doesn't count 100.
Okay. Because it starts at 0.
And I should just, let's do this. Yes. Usually things are 0 based in programming. So, and this is another one where it is. All right, it's taking like a second to load, but after this loads, it should print from 0 to 99.
Okay. Should we run it?
Yes. Oh, wait. I wanted the hello to be gone.
Oh, cool.
And do you understand what was happening with while we had this?
It wasn't working because you changed it to range. Right?
Close. So what's happening is this. Right?
Hmm.
And you can't add text and numbers.
Okay. Oh, okay. Yeah, okay.
So what we can do is we can convert the number to a string or to text.
So it would just be, okay. Yeah, I get it.
So that's why this now will print things. Oh, let me remove.
Wait,
Okay.
but it just added on.
Yes.
I don't know if looks the same for you or not.
Try. You can also try. Actually, let's do clear. Did that clear it for you too?
No.
All right. So that you see the X in the top right corner of the console.
Yeah.
Try pressing
Okay,
that,
cleared
and then.
Okay, cool. I see it.
Do you want to try writing a loop now?
Sure. What should I write it of?
So why don't you just try making a list of your favorite vegetables and then print them out?
Okay. I really don't know how to spell artichoke off the top of my head. I'm not gonna lie to you. So
Me
I'm not gonna
neither.
write artichoke.
That's why I didn't want to write it.
Okay. So I would just say like I want to space this out because it's bothering me. I need my space. All right, for list in, and then you do the little box thing,
Mm-hmm.
and then like carrot, brock. I'm not gonna fully spell broccoli. Spinach. What else? Cabbage. Is that how you spell cabbage? I'm not gonna. I feel nervous about that spelling.
You could abbreviate if you want to.
Okay, we'll do just cab. What else should we add? Peppers. I like peppers. Okay. Cool. So now we could do this. We can make it say I love vegetables. And then plus. I, am I doing this right? I do not know. No, it's list, not item. I named the list. Yes. Is this right or no?
Close-ish. So also, this is going to
Oh.
have like a single item in it every time. So you may want to name this like veggie or something.
Name it veggie?
But it's one of those things where you could name it whatever you want to.
Because it's already like a little shortcut thing, that's why. Oh,
Mm.
shit.
So like
Or no.
veggie is going to have carrot in it, then it's going to have broccoli. So veggie is not going to be the entire list. It's just going to be a single
Yeah,
item
because
in the list.
it's going to print, I love carrot.
Mm-hmm.
Carrots. I love broccoli. I love spinach.
So do you want to try
Right?
running it?
Yeah. I guess. I'm nervous. Why did it not work? God. Help.
So there's something wrong with line 79, and it's pointing at the very end. Do you see anything different between the end of yours and end of mine?
Um. Yes.
Exactly.
Now run. It still didn't work.
Mm-hmm. It says name carrots is not defined. Do you know what that means?
No.
So these look like variables to me, but I think you want
Oh
them to
my
be text.
god. I'm so dumb. Like this. Yes?
Yes.
Getting too ahead of myself. I'm getting too confident.
No worries. It takes some getting used to. You caught it pretty quickly. That's good.
Okay, now. Oh my gosh, I have to do space.
And then there you go. There's your loop.
Wow. Vegetables. We love vegetables.
And the quotations, or not quotations, parentheses, you put around veggie are just optional. Just so you know, you don't have to put those if you don't want them.
Okay. Cool.
Okay, so that's a for loop. And do you want to try printing numbers from, I don't know, 0 to 50?
Sure. So it would just be this. What should I call it? We'll call it LOL, I guess. Can we call it LOL? How do you call
You
it
can
LOL
call it
like
whatever
this?
you like.
Okay. You're gonna think that I'm gonna mess up, but I'm not. You know why? Because I'm gonna do this.
Chat, you heard that? She's not going to mess it up. She's
You
got this.
see? See what I did? Are you proud?
I am.
Okay. Wait, what am I doing?
Attention to detail.
Print. What do I have to do? STR and then
If you
LOL?
you can, but it's not necessary in this case because we're not adding it to anything. We're just printing it.
Okay, so it can just be LOL then. Okay, can we mute this? How do I? You can mute it.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Wait. Oh my god. I didn't. What did I do wrong this time? Oh my god, the same damn thing. There we go. Okay, I got it. Wow, I'm so smart.
There you go. Good job.
Cool. Now what?
Now, so we're gonna like combine this with what you just learned. Do you want to print out whether the number is even or odd, going from 0 to 50?
Oh. See, I did the same thing in school, right?
Mm-hmm.
Once we like took a test on something and then we moved on to the next subject, I would completely forget about it. So then when we went to take the final, I would just not know anything because my brain's so like focused on what I'm learning.
So
And I
you
just
threw away all your knowledge on if statements?
like I can figure it out. since we have notes here. But if we
Excellent.
didn't, then I would, yeah, I would
Well,
probably
that's
be
why
like,
notes
what?
exist. That's fine.
Okay, cool. Um, oh God. Okay. What am I doing? I'm doing a list, and it's gonna be like, so the list is gonna try to look like even, odd, right?
Yes.
Okay, that's the goal. So, give me a second. Okay. Um, we keep this, right?
Mm-hmm.
Give me a hint. Okay, good.
Yeah, you can keep this part of your for loop if you want to, and just change like the inside.
Okay, so no, we can get rid of this for now, and then we do tab if. Let me look at my notes. I don't know if I'm doing this right. If LOL. No, wrong one.
So what's going through your brain right now?
Um, uh, so I'm just unsure if it's LOL or not. So if you want to give me a hint, feel free.
So what
But
would make you think it would not be LOL?
um, because I haven't learned this yet. That's, I think that's literally it.
Okay.
Because if LOL, because I just, should I do range or should I do LOL?
So how would you like on line 85, like are you thinking you might put range there instead of the word LOL?
I don't know.
So
I'm thinking it's
mhm.
LOL. That's what I think. But I could be wrong. Like it's not a hard thought. Like so yeah, it's like a probably maybe.
Okay, yeah. So we'll see. Keep going. We'll see if that's right.
But since you're saying something, it's probably wrong.
Don't necessarily think that. Don't necessarily think that. Yeah, don't I don't want you to like start second guessing yourself. I was just curious what your thought process as you were coding this was. Like I'll tell you right now, so far you're doing good.
Okay. I need to space that, right?
Mhm.
What does this needs to be spaced like this?
Yes, one more
Yeah.
space.
Okay. Else print. Oh, I don't need to do that. Why did I do this? Did I? Do I need to do? No, I don't. Yes? No, no. Sorry, I'm just kind of like talking to myself at this point. All right, print
No
and
worries.
then print odd. No. Okay. It's probably wrong, but we can give it a try unless you want to help me out.
Let's run it.
Oh God. Okay, you can do it. I'm scared.
All right.
Bruh, I'm sick. What did I do wrong? It's the else. But last time I did LOL divided by 2 equals
So
else. You said that
I
was
thought we were gonna get an error. I thought this was invalid syntax, but we actually got something. I'm surprised. Your hint is the indentation is off.
Oh, this. Yes. No. Yes. Yes.
Well,
No.
how can we find out if it's right?
Oh god. I guess we could run it, but I'm scared. Okay. Oh my god.
There you go.
Pog. It
Pog.
worked. Okay. Cool.
Yeah, so basically you want the if and the else to be at the same level. Like they should be on the same level. So like the way to think about this is print is inside of the if, and if is inside of the for loop.
See, that's the thing. It would always be something so stupid. I remember in math class when I'd get shit wrong, it would be because the stupidest thing. Like it would be the like just like duh, like it was something I would totally know.
Yeah, like
Because
you
I'm
just
like good
divide
at
wrong.
like I've always been good at understanding math and this type
Okay.
of thing, but just whenever I put it all together, like my brain just forgets the most simplest little thing.
I don't know. This is like a different vibe than math, though. Like this is a
Really,
different sort.
I
Yeah, this
feel
is
like
like people that are bad at math can still be good at programming.
okay,
Yeah.
because I feel like it's just like level of understanding because math is just different problems and this is just different problems, you know.
Yes. It's the thing with programming too is like the mistakes you just made that happens to experienced programmers too, and they will do the same thing. Like it is really easy to like
Okay.
forget to add like a colon at the end sometimes. Like this happens to a lot of developers that and like you're gonna get to a point where it becomes muscle memory. Like you've typed else colon so many times in your life that you can't imagine typing else without it. So it's just because
Okay,
you haven't typed it enough is basically. But this
cool.
is very normal actually.
Okay.
Yeah. And you're doing good so far. And I know we're like about like an hour and 45 minutes in. How are you doing so far? Do you want to take a break? I know coding like your first time can be kind of intensive and like I threw like a ton of concepts at you. How are you holding up?
I'm good, but I kind of have to pee.
Yes, go
So am I
ahead. I have
allowed?
to pee again too, so
Okay, I'm
permission
gonna turn my
granted.
camera off.
Yeah.
So
All right, bathroom break. You're just waiting for Fizzbuzz. I think she's ready for Fizzbuzz if she wants to do Fizzbuzz. Guys, it's Corona season. You always got to wash your hands. Always. Oh, good grief. She's picking this up very well. The toilet is very close. Dot dot dot. Oh, she turned off her camera for a second. Yeah. Helps not being stoned. True, Brutus. Very true. Yeah, I have a tendency to go too fast and then next thing, next thing, next thing, next thing. I should like let up on the gas a little bit. I agree. YouTube recommended your video on Fang today, and I laughed, not gonna lie. Wow, so clutch. I'm glad you laughed.
Hi.
Welcome back.
Hi. I'm back.
Wow, so clutch. Are you a Fang sexual?
What is this? What does that mean?
Do you know what the word Fang means? The acronym
Like
Fang. You probably don't. It's kind of a computer science
vampire
term.
tooth?
So there's two A's in it.
Okay.
Fang. And it stands for the top 5 companies that computer science students really want to work at, and sometimes they get a little obsessed with wanting to work there. And they stand for Facebook, Amazon, Apple, and Netflix, and Google.
That's an interesting way of spelling apple.
Yeah, exactly. And then there is Microsoft's like they're in parentheses
Why is it in parentheses?
because it's not really in our Fang acronym, but Microsoft's, people like if they can't get into Fang, they're like pretty happy with Microsoft. Like Microsoft isn't bad per se. It's just kind of, it's left out of the equation a lot of times.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
But anyway, yes. So that's Fang. So usually you only ever hear this in computer science communities because regular people don't know what Fang is, but that's that.
Oh, you know what? I know someone who's in computer science. I should send him a snap.
Yep. Tell them all
Like,
about the Fang. Zam with the
look
200 bits. Microsoft equals C# devs. Yep, there you go. And C# devs don't get quite as much love, unfortunately.
Oh. Um. Okay. So, do programmers get paid well?
Yes, they get paid very well.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
Do you like work for a programming thing?
I'm actually independent, so I do freelancing and work for myself. So I do not currently work as a software engineer like at a regular company.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Freelancing is cool, but then taxes hurt
Yes,
you.
it's not fun. That's one of the worst parts for sure.
Yeah, because I used to do freelance videography before I started. Because I work for a videography company right now for it's like a wedding company.
Mm-hmm.
And that's kind of freelance in itself. Like I still have to pay taxes by myself as like an independent.
And like Twitch,
But
also you kind of have to do that to some extent as well. Yeah.
it's just really not a fun time during tax season for me.
Same.
But I do pay taxes. IRS, don't come after me, thanks.
Same. But yeah, TurboTax is a savior.
Oh, I can't do that.
Okay, so how do you do your taxes? Do you have someone else do it?
I have to pay someone because it's
Yeah.
like, why was this schoolgirl skirt? Why does this need to be a write-off? I'm like, listen, it's a write-off, okay? Because it's on my stream. And then they'll be like, oh, okay. Like they don't even question it. But TurboTax is too much.
Okay, so you have some interesting write-offs.
Yeah, I do. And like sometimes I'll do like a painting, like a Bob Ross stream.
Okay.
That's a write-off, right?
That's cool. So like as a Twitch streamer, I guess you can have like a lot of freedom to write things off because almost anything can be streamed. That's crazy.
Like I used to get my nails done and my eyelashes done. I used to write that off because
Oh, that's great.
it's me and my makeup too because that's what I do.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Wow.
It's a good way to avoid paying taxes, I guess, because it's still a write-off. You still have to pay, but like the more you write off, the less you have to pay.
Yeah.
Knock
knock,
knock, IRS.
IRS.
No, I do it legally and safe.
I also feel like the IRS is not gonna like come after Twitch streamers until they're like making tons and tons of money. Like I don't think Twitch streamers make enough for them
DMCA
to
didn't come
care.
after us until recently, so
Yeah.
a lot of people still do copyrighted music.
True. Are you still playing music or do you have silent streams?
I play non-copyrighted music, but it's really, really trash and disgusting. But
But it's better than nothing.
Yeah, as of recently, people are telling me like, You don't have to worry about it. So I have my alerts play a song, but it's only like a couple of seconds, so I
Yeah.
don't think. But you never know.
Yeah, I've totally stopped because I can't find good non-copy. Like I feel like people are just sad that
There's never
there's,
gonna be
yeah, they just
good ones.
want better.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because I have like a library that I bought for my YouTube, like to put YouTube music. Because this YouTube sound library sucks.
Mhm.
So I bought a library, just the first one I saw, and I regret not looking into it more because now I'm stuck with it. It's sad,
Sad.
but it works. It's better than nothing. So
Yeah.
okay,
Cool.
what's
Yeah.
next?
All right. So would you like to proceed with for loops?
I guess.
So yeah, how are you liking programming in general so far? By the way, you can be brutally honest. We don't have to like continue programming if it's just like and you're like not that into it. We can just like like take a little break, or if you just want to talk with Chad or whatever. So how are you
Oh,
liking programming so far?
well, it's like it's cool.
Mm-hmm.
Like I think like, oh, cool, but I don't know if I'm ever gonna use it in my life. Maybe, I don't know.
Sure. Yeah. So you
Like I
can
feel like
use it to automate some things, but you'd have to like learn a bit more first.
yeah, like I feel like if I was designing a website or something. Is that what programming is? I really is or is that coding? What's the difference?
You can use it to build websites. You could make like a Twitch bot for your Twitch. You could do apps, games, you name it, anything that's digital basically.
Okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's cool. It's interesting to learn. But
Okay,
it's up to you.
do you want
What
to
do
do
you
more
want?
then?
If you want to do more, we can do more.
Okay,
It's up to you.
let's do Fizzbuzz at least cuz this is
Okay.
a quote unquote fun one, and we can call it there and we can just talk to Chad or something afterwards. So how Fizzbuzz works is it's going to be similar how you have your even, you have your odd. And by the way, so Fizzbuzz also, I should give you a tiny bit of context. This is what you could be asked at a programming interview as well.
Okay.
So how it works is I want you to print numbers. We're going to go from 1 to 100. And I want you to print fizz if the number is divisible by 3. I want you to print buzz if it's divisible by 5. And I want you to print Fizzbuzz if it's divisible by 5 and 3. And then if it's
Okay.
not divisible by any of these numbers, just print the number.
You lost me at divisible. That's like when you can like devise it, right?
So by divisible, I mean like, so 6 is divisible by 3 because the remainder of it is 0.
Okay.
So 9 is divisible by 3 as well. And 12 is
Okay.
divisible by 3. And 15 is divisible by 5.
Both.
And 15 is divisible by both 5 and 3.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Cool. Yeah.
Okay. So do you have any questions? Does this make sense on how the problem works? Do you want to try it?
I will give it my best try.
Sweet.
Okay. Okay.
Oh, that's a good point. Let me give you sample output as well. So the output is going to be something like 1, and then 2, and then fizz, and then 4, and then buzz, and then so on and so on. Does that make sense?
Yeah. I'm just okay. I just don't know how I would do this. But
So,
I will give it my best try.
okay. So, yeah,
So
let me
first
know
I
if you
make
want me to
a
give you a
list.
hint or if you want to just try tackling it straight off.
Okay, so first I make a list, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I don't know what to call it. We'll call it cat. Or unless that's a thing. Is that a thing? That's not a thing, right?
Yeah, you can call it cat if you want to.
Okay. You said 1 to 100, but it starts at 0.
Oh yeah. So there's one thing I didn't tell you. Range. If you want to, you can pass in something like this at the beginning, and now it's gonna start at 1. So there you go.
Okay. Okay. I don't know.
So do you want to like just tell us what your thought process is of what you're trying to do and how you're thinking about it?
Well, I feel like if I knew math better and I was like, yeah, divisibles, like I would be better. Like I would know what I'm doing. But because I like just briefly remember that in school, like I know what it means, right? But
Hmm.
it takes more thinking for me because
So let me give you a hint then. So you can say like know if a number is divisible by just using mod. So this would evaluate to true if it's divisible by 3. And it would evaluate to false if it's not divisible by 3.
okay, so if it is divisible by 3, it'll equal 0. If it doesn't equal 0, it's not, right?
Yep. So like it has some remainders. So like just an example, if I do 5, this is going to be 2, and 2 is not equal to 0, so that's going to be false.
Wait, your thing isn't showing up. Did you type something just now?
Oh yeah, I did. So okay, so do you see
Oh,
on
wait, there
line
it is.
108? So what's
Yeah, I
going to
see that.
happen is, oh, anonymous gifter gifted a tier 1 sub to Math is Pretty Hard. Thank you for that.
OMG, somebody gift me a sub, please. Any gifters?
Actually, I feel like someone might gift you. So this evaluates to 2, and then this evaluates to false.
Wait.
Docket asks, is a tier 3 sub okay? Where's the receipt? Gifted a tier 1 to Adriana.
Oh my god, where's the receipt? Thank you so much for the like gifted sub. Pog. That's one of my mods. Okay, so all right. I don't know what I'm doing, but I think I'm going to try.
Okay.
So if it does equal 0,
And then just to show you an example of this where it works differently. So like if I have 6, this is going to be divisible because 6 mod 3 is 0. 0 is equal to 0, so it's going to be true.
okay. So I'm just gonna do this and just tell me if I'm wrong.
Okay.
Yes or no?
So far so good. That's
Really?
actually maybe I should go back a step as well. Do you understand how the remainder works? Like do you understand how I get 2 out of this?
Yeah, because 5.
So what happens is it can
5
go
divided
into
by
it
3.
once.
It's the 2 is what I said earlier, right?
Hmm.
Like 2 is what's left over because
So what is this going to be?
give me a second. Let me use my calculator.
I
I told you.
believe in you. You can
Okay,
do it. You can do it. 7 mod 3. You can do it. I believe in you.
it's gonna be 5.
You think this is going to be 5?
I don't know. Am I wrong? Either
How did you
5
get
or
how'd you
4.
get 5? Can you
Because
show your work?
it came up with this. So
Uh-huh. You can't trust your calculator on this.
So 7 minus 2 equals 5, right? I'm not good at quick maths. I'm
Teach
serious.
teach her long division. Do you think I remember how to do long
I no, I'll
division?
tell you what, I've never like learned long division because I went to a different school every year because my family moved around a lot. So
Hmm.
the curriculum for like my fourth grade class was different than my fifth, and I never learned long division.
Okay, well then that's the problem for sure. Long division is kind of how you do this ish. How I think about it is there's 3 and then there's 6. And 6 is really close to 7. I actually don't know what is the easiest way to explain how you compute the remainder of something. I actually don't know the best way. It's like how I think about it is 6 is less than 7 and 6 is divisible by 3, but that's like not a good way to explain it. 3 goes into 7
Yeah.
twice with 1 left over.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, can you tell okay, my mom just came in here. Can you just tell
Hmm.
him that I was doing better before this? Because he's probably like, there she goes, being stupid again. So could you tell him that I was doing good?
No, you
Can
actually
you
were
tell him?
doing very good. Everything you've
Okay.
done really good except for like mod has been weird. Like you didn't know what mod meant, and that's not bad,
Yeah.
but like as far as all our programming so far, you've been kind of breezing through it. Like you've been doing very well with the programming part for sure.
Okay,
Like,
good.
yeah.
And
Like
not
if you
just
wanted to learn
learning
more
right.
program, you could definitely get into programming. Like
Okay.
you're picking it up very well.
Okay, good.
But
Well,
yeah.
okay, so let's continue.
So do
I
you want to like try one more of like this? So like what would that value be?
3, but then there's leftover
Yeah, so how many times does 3 go into 11?
3 times
Okay. And then what's left over?
2.
Yep.
Okay.
So when you're doing oh yeah, so you are doing 3 here. So like what's going to happen is we're going to start with 1. That's going to be 1. So that's the other thing. 3 goes into 1 0 times. And so the remainder is just 1. So this is what it's going to look like. I don't know if does this make sense to you? And this pattern's going to repeat.
You're losing me.
I thought I might. So does I don't know if my format is weird, but what I'm trying to show you here is 1 mod 3. Do you understand why that's a 1?
I don't.
So if the number on the left is
I was
less
doing
than
so
the number
well.
on the right, it's just the number. See, so it's 1, and this one's just 2.
Wait, if it's less than the number on the right, it's
Yes.
just equal as the number.
Simply ask the question: is number x divisible by number y without remainder? That's yes. That means if something's divisible. So yeah, how many times does 3 go into 1?
Um, it doesn't.
Uh huh. And so what's left over?
Just 1, right?
Yep. And how many times does 3 go into 2?
It doesn't. So then it's just 2
And how many times does 3 go into 3?
once.
And then what's
So
left
just
over?
0,
Yep. And then you
0,
just rinse and repeat. How many times does 3 go into 4?
1 time,
And then what's left?
1.
And then you just rinse and repeat for
Okay.
all the rest. Does that make sense now?
Yeah. I just feel like I was doing so well, and then we brought math into it, and now I'm just not doing well.
So the main, like the main thing you need to know is honestly, you don't do too much like modulo stuff in your head. As a programmer, this is the main thing I remember. Like you doing cat 3 is equal to 0. In my head, I read that as is cat divisible by 3. And this
So I
is
did
I
it
read
right.
is cat divisible by 5 is how I think
So I
about that.
did do it right.
Yes, you've done it right so far.
I just didn't understand what it
Yes.
meant.
And honestly, you can kind of just memorize it. Modulo is like not a super important thing in programming. The main thing to know is the is even one. Like this tells you whether a number is even or not. That's a good one to know. But I mean, yeah.
Okay. And if it's even, then
But you're not going to need even for this. Like Fizzbuzz is kind of a random problem where your regular programming things are not going to always include modulo like this. But yeah, if you want to continue on, I think you're on the right path.
okay. Wait, can I add another if? Or no? Is that not allowed?
You can do as many ifs as you want.
Okay. I turned my fan off and now it's like super quiet in my room. It's like uncomfortably quiet.
Your fans judging your code.
Yeah. I think it was Buzz. I don't remember. Yeah.
Yeah, Buzz is right. And here we don't really need this anymore.
Okay, this is where I'm unsure. Just tell me if I'm wrong. Nope.
You know there's nothing wrong with writing code that doesn't work, right?
Wait, what'd you say? There's nothing wrong with it?
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with writing code that doesn't work. Like, that's what I do every day.
I just don't want chat to roast me.
I mean, they're not going to roast you for writing bad code because think about this. Chat has written more bad code than you have. If they've ever programmed, they've written way more bad code than you have because you just started.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, it's just like a lot of pressure just from the whole like societal standpoint where it's like people think a girl can either be pretty or smart and not both. So it makes me feel like, like if I do something wrong, then I'm going to prove people right. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, by the fact that you're already programming, you already have like +1 on your side.
Okay, thanks.
And you've already made it to Fizzbuzz as well. So there's not too many girls that can tell you that they've done Fizzbuzz.
Okay. Gee, I'm not like other girls. Okay.
Hey mom, I did Fizzbuzz today.
I think I'm doing this right, but I don't know. Okay. Did I do the and right? Does the and apply or no?
And is good.
So yes, I did it right.
So yes, like line 114 is syntactically correct. Syntaxically, okay, I don't know how to say it, but yes, line 114 is working.
It's right, but it's not right.
You're very close. You're very close. Do you want to try running it and see what happens?
Wait, do I need to put these things on there? Dude, I don't know if I'm allowed to swear. I'm so sorry. Are you like mature content on your stream or no?
I mean, swearing. People have sweared in the past. Swearing is fine. Personally, I don't swear, but I'm totally fine with it.
Like you don't swear ever, like in life?
Yeah, I don't really swear. It's whatever.
That is such a good trait to have. I wish I didn't swear so much.
Yeah, I never got into it, and so I just and like I think it's if like there's some situations where it's nice to have it, but in general it's nicer to have like clean content by default.
But
like I don't have to like have like a filter.
Yeah, does it feel like when you do swear, like it feels uncomfortable? Because when I first started swearing, I remember like I would say something, I'd be like, "Whoa, I really just said that."
Yes, if it like slips, because I'm like, "Whoa, I never say that. I just say fudge."
Okay. Okay. Well, is my thing right or no? Or do I need to do parentheses in between each one?
So you do not need parens on line 114 if you don't want it.
Like at all?
It's optional.
Oh gosh. Okay, let's just get rid of them then. So what did I do wrong? I put the little dots at the end.
So did you try running it, or did you see a squiggly? Oh, that's the other thing I should tell you. Do you see a red squiggly on line 109?
Oh yeah.
So the squiggly tells you something is wrong, and if you hover over it, it'll tell you. In this case, it's not like super informative, but it says invalid syntax, so that just tells you there's something that needs to be fixed.
Was this my only problem? I mean, shoot. Sorry.
No. Seriously, it's fine to curse. Go ahead. Programmers curse a ton, by the way. You.
Okay, I just want your content to be clean, so you don't have to blur it out if you want to post it or whatever. I don't know how monetization works on YouTube, to be honest, because I'm not monetized yet. So
Oh
if
yeah.
you,
YouTube, you can also swear and it's fine. And I don't
oh,
necessarily usually curse on YouTube, but also yesterday's stream was I would say way more in the less content friendly than today's stream, so it's totally fine.
okay. All right. Well, it's still giving me a squiggly,
Yep. So
bruh.
you were right with these. Those are right.
Oh,
So it's something else.
do I have to do the stir or whatever, STR or no?
So
No.
what do you have at the end of four
Oh my.
statements? There you go.
Oh my gosh. Okay, now is it good or no?
Well, let's run and see.
Okay, you run it.
Okay.
Okay, did it not work? Or
So,
did it work?
well, let's go up to the top. I'm also going to print just start so we can see where this started. Makes it easy.
Because I didn't put else.
So, do you see my output up here? It's a little bit different than your current output.
Yeah, so because I have to put else, right? Else then just number. Like this?
Let's see. Well, let's try it. And we'll check the
Okay,
output and
else.
see if it.
Um, and then just cat, right? Right or not right?
Let's try it.
Oh God. Okay. All right. I'll run it.
Okay, there we go. I like the confidence.
Wow. OMG, I think it worked. Did it work? Yes.
So
Or
the
wait,
okay, yeah,
what's this top part? Why is it even odd?
wait. Oh,
Like a zero.
do we have your code? Oh, we had your code above.
Um,
Yeah, and let me comment that out. There you go. That wasn't the so what I want you to take a look at is look at the number. Look what happens between 14 and 16.
okay, let me get there. Okay.
Oops. So this should
There's an
say
extra one, so I need to find so it doesn't do both.
so this should be Fizzbuzz and then
Yeah.
16.
So how do we fix it?
You tell me. You're the programmer here, right? How are you gonna fix your
Okay.
code? Kimberly Code says there's an extreme trend in lack of practice and being embarrassed you can't do something to perfection, like math, and failure is 100% the best way to get better at stuff. I 100% agree with Kimberly. We're just
Yeah,
yeah.
I agree as well. But it's just I'm so publicly failing.
You got to own it.
So yeah, I guess this is just out of my element, you know. It's something new for me, which is exciting and fun, but it's like I don't know, like I feel embarrassed. But okay. So would I just should I put can I do else more than one time or no?
You can only have a single else, but if you could have two else's, how would you structure it?
Didn't you like do that one weird thing earlier?
Elifs?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. You could use elifs in this scenario.
Should I?
I like if I was coding this, I would probably add some elifs somewhere. Yeah.
Okay, so change this to elf. Elf, 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 and then else. If elf, elf, else.
Let's give it a go.
God. Is it ELIFE like this?
Yes.
And change this or just leave it at else.
At the line 120.
Yeah.
Yeah, else is fine still.
Okay. All right. I guess we'll try it. Did it work?
If I have to, I'll run my code.
It doesn't do the. Now it doesn't do the fizz buzz
Yeah, do you understand why?
because you said I can do elf twice, so I don't know why actually.
So how this works is it's going to if the first one is true, it's going to ignore the rest of them.
So I did you do elf for everyone.
Um no. So elif you can only do after the first if, but the way to think about it is can you order this in a different way so the conditions work. So what's happening is if this is true, then it's going to print fizz and then it's done. But really what you want it to do is you
I
want.
need to do the first one first.
Yeah,
I
so how
mean,
could you rearrange this in a way where it would work with knowing that now?
yeah. Let me just rewrite it.
Okay. Danny with the I don't know how many bits that is. 116 12. I think I counted 18. She says really proud of her right now. Yes, she's so smart and beautiful.
Oh
Heart.
my god. That's so nice. Thank you so much. Oh, I love that. See, that's what I'm saying. Half your chat is like, "Oh, so cute," and then your other half of your chat is like, "What the fuck?" Or like it's just like toxic, like calling you a simp and shit.
Yeah.
But that's okay. Healthy balance.
Simp is the rage at the moment. People love saying the word simp.
I know.
Like
You
I
were
don't know what happened. That I don't know if it's just because of the what's it called, the guy, and it just like became huge.
what
But simp
guy?
is the word. I forget his
It's
name. It's
it
the
had to
guy.
be a big YouTuber that did
It's
it.
it is the big YouTuber. He has a girlfriend that made an OnlyFans. I forget
Oh
his name.
yeah,
I'm blanking on it right now.
iDubbbz.
iDubbbz. There you go. I don't know if iDubbbz like propelled it to be just the huge word, but
I don't know. I don't think I think that simp can be applied to certain things, but not all. Like I heard somebody say this because I used to
uh-huh.
apply it to just everything, but now I heard somebody say this, and I was like, oh, that's a good point. So the best way to apply simp is like if someone's watching your stream,
Mhm.
not because they like the content, but because their end goal is to get with you. That's like a simp.
Mhm.
Whereas people who are just nice and respectful, I don't think are simps.
Yeah, that's the thing. The word is being used everywhere right now.
Hmm.
Everyone's a simp, quote unquote, and it's just being thrown around.
Yeah, I mean, like I used to call myself a simp because, um, like I was going through a trend in the
Mhm.
fall where I would just keep getting my heart broken over like e-boys I would simp over. So I would like play Marvin's Room on my stream and just be like, I'm simping, guys. But that was just like a sketch.
So you're like simping in your head, or were you just out loud
Yeah,
simping about?
no, I was for real simping out loud.
But you
But
like got past that. You're no longer into
yeah,
e-boys.
I'm no longer a
You like
simp.
regular boys.
I guess so. I mean, like, it's just e-boys they break your heart more easy because they can find any e-girl. Wait a minute. Oh yeah, I'm doing it right. You know what I mean? It's just the trend. The people who would break my heart would be the e-boys.
Yeah.
So I would just cry and listen to Marvin's Room on stream and turn my camera black and white, and my whole chat would cry with me.
Oh wow.
Yep, it was a good time. But now I'm over
Wait,
that.
yeah, it was a good time.
Now it's hot girl summer. We don't simp for anyone.
Do they
All
simp
right.
for you now?
Well, I hope that people watch me for my content. I know that's not always the case. I'm aware of that, but I know the people who do watch me for my content. They're very nice. I feel like the people who are in my community, I know them like by
Yeah.
name and like I'll play Valorant with them, things like that.
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, there's definitely bad apples on Twitch, but there's also good apples.
For sure. I think I did this right, but I might have made a simple mistake somewhere.
Well, I'm gonna just comment your thing above here so we can see just the code below.
Okay. All right, you can run it.
Okay. What happened? You were like so confident before you were running your own code.
Then I messed up, so now I'm not.
Okay. Well, let's do it.
Okay.
Actually, did it run that code? I don't know if it did because I feel like we should have got. Let me just run it one more time. Wait, what? Oh, wait, never mind. Okay, so I saw line 123 here, and I read this as 1,100. Yeah,
Oh,
1,101. I thought we were gonna loop way more times. I actually just misread this. So you actually did it right. I just read
so
it
I did do
not
it
like
right.
this, like this.
But what's the start? What does this print start do?
Wait, which print star?
That you wrote print start.
Oh, that
Oh,
was just we can remove it if you want to. That was just so we could see the start at the beginning.
okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Wow, I did it.
You did it. I
Math.
I think this should be right now. Yeah. So let's just double check. We go to 14, Fizzbuzz 16. And there we go. Yeah, so the
Oh my
idea is
god.
you just put the most, I guess, inclusive or exclusive statement at the top, the one that you want to print first, and it doesn't
Okay,
catch. Yeah. I didn't
cool.
say that really well, but the gist is you want this one on top.
Yeah, I get it. Very cool.
Welcome, you
Okay.
can now be hired as a programmer.
Really? Just from this? I don't think so.
This is
I don't know what.
actually this is this
Like,
is this is sometimes all the interview is. There's a lot more for like FANG companies will ask a lot more than this, but some companies are this simple. But of course, you do need to
but
learn
how
more.
do
But
I don't understand how you incorporate this into things. Like, cool, I know how to do this, but like,
hmm
now what?
so what would you want to make? Like if you could build any type of software, what would be the thing that you'd want to build?
I don't know. Like a Discord chatbot, I guess.
Okay, and what would you want your Discord chatbot to do?
Commands.
Okay. So what that might look like, it's going to be a little bit more complex than this, but
Hmm.
you could have like commands. Well, actually it'd be like text. And this would be like whatever the user input. So maybe it was like we input a command. Command Discord command. And then I could say if text is equal to profile, and then you could send them to the length of your profile or something.
Hold on, it froze for me.
Let's
I
do.
don't know why it keeps doing that.
I don't know why the heck I said profile. Let's do Insta.
Okay, I see.
And like you could have an elif, right? You could have the text is equal to
So that's
Twitch.
actually more easy than I thought.
Yep. So this would be like, for example, how you might do a chatbot or a Discord bot could do something like this.
Wow, that's cool.
To give you an idea of like where some of these principles might be used. But you would like you these are the fundamentals that you would layer on any kind of software you would make.
Okay, cool.